I'm just here for the Bucks and the Billies. Don't make me one of the ghosts.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Hey, line.
A gain of 13 yards.
A give running right, Etienne. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's go.
On play action, Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Great job. Red. Here we go.
Back to the ground with Etienne. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Lawrence will throw. Open man right side, Myers. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Rip, 23. Here we go, son.
Etienne is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more, Etienne. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Well, they miss an opportunity to put some points on the board on the opening drive. They pass on the field goal. What'd you think?
I'm looking at it from a positive standpoint for them. First drive of the game, they set the tone, right? They go downfield. They let them know how aggressive they're going to be all game long. Even though they don't get it, because it's the first drive of the game, you're not that worried about it. Hey, we got plenty of other opportunities as this game moves on.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now it's Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Going to be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, run! Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Screen play, here's Etienne. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
We're scoreless after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling.
Rip, 23.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the counter, ETN. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss.
Take right open.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. To the sideline and incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Lawrence. He'll get it inside the 20. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the shotgun, Lawrence got his man complete over the middle. That's Myers. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
11.
Lawrence. He'll try to pick it up himself. Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's Myers. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal.
3rd and short, and they decided not to run for it. He's able to escape the pressure, finds a clear throwing lane outside the pocket, gets the completion, and picks up the first down.
Here we go now on first and goal. And they'll run with ETN. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the wall. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Hey, Jupiter. 30 left. Hey, easy.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Hey. Sink right. This is hot. 13, Lou.
Back to throw. Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
A 20-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
At their own 35-yard line.
The things will be lacking, my brother, so what are we lacking? I can point it out, so much that's around, let us settle down, no one do it now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This one a little slow to get cooking, just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out. This up to the 41-yard line.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2nd down and 4.
Here we go, set. Yo, 80.
Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Darnold. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Here we go.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Seahawks, 1st down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Darnold from the gun. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here we go, set. Set.
Throwing again is Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Go, set.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and an incompletion as a result.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
But to throw again is Lawrence. That's complete to the rookie from Colorado. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So he's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, go. Think right open. Hey, tomato. 11, Agate. Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. He completes it to Hunter. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
13, Luke.
Now Lawrence. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jobe. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. The 12-yard line.
Now Darnold wants to change it up.
Lady.
2nd and 5. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Darnold. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We're going to side.
To the air again, Darnold. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
A final shot before the break, Darnold. Open man left side, Shaheed has it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown. And this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
They're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Here's 3rd and 6. Lawrence will throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. That is caught and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
I give to ETN running right. Down to the 25. Rick Woolen in on the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This is 2nd and 8.
Hey, I'm going. Focus. All right. 11. Think right open. 11.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man is Myers. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Rip, 23. There's a mine. Here we go.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. Touchdown! Jacoby Myers, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jags have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Darnold. Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start on the ground. ETN showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards. Now it's 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. The ball comes out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Here we go, set. Young lady. Set.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
From the gun, it's Walker. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here we go, set.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. To the right side, this is Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a 4th quarter lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, caught at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Now he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Here's Logan Cook now. as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line.
Their own 43-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Here's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. A gain of 5. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Here goes Hut.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And they'll have a gain of 3 into the 33. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Walker with another carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for the Jaguars.
ETN up the middle. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At the 41-yard line.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. Running out of the the gun with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, 22 yards. And the Jaguars have regained the lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that the defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And we'll get this one on to about the 39 here.
Here's 2nd down.
Running down. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing quickly, Darnold, that's complete. And he's got a 1st down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
Well, still maybe want to think about letting that play clock run a little here. It's 2nd down.
They run again with Walker.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up right for Lozano and Milliken.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10.
It's a gain of 52 yards.
Now 1st and goal.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Ready!
Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready. Nope. And it's intercepted at the goal line. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
Zombie Nation.